we were reporting active cases of 3.5 lakh per day. Now we have come to 2,20,000 because we took many steps.
The fact remains that still it's not what needs to be or what's the expected capacity should have been. Now, so as you pointed out, you were like the entire country, we were caught unawares.
Aditi, who will point out that that is the capacity that needed to be handled this kind of thing? Nobody? Anybody had given that indication? So what we did was, what we faced in COVID-1, we said, no, let's have 2 to 3 times more. And we did that. So I'm not saying that this is good enough that we can say, oh, we did our job and that's it. No, we could not anticipate this kind of a problem. And let's be honest about it. No one could anticipate about it. So therefore, we face this crisis not only in Uttar Pradesh, but rest of, but from where we started off almost in March, end of March, and now where we are, I'm happy to say that we were reporting active cases of 3.5 lakh per day. Now we have come to 2,20,000 because we took many steps.
We've seen the fight for oxygen play out in several states, and you talked about oxygen, and hence I'm asking this question. Several MLAs and leaders from your own party have spoken about the lack of critical medical supplies, especially oxygen, in their respective constituencies and areas. I think the Lakhimpur Kheri MLA had written to the Chief Minister about that. Do you believe that the government has been and not just you, I mean, it's every state government which is facing the oxygen crisis, including Delhi. Has the government been caught napping with regard to inadequate medical oxygen availability in the state? And I'm asking this question because you talked about the oxygen preparedness that you had, you've made medical oxygen preparedness for your state.
Well, on the face of it, let's be honest about it. Yes, there has been a oxygen shortage to come through, but then let's understand from a different angle also. We were requiring 300 metric tons. UP was intake was 300 metric tons. Now, as of yesterday, we have actually supplied 1,000 metric tons. Now, to go to this kind of a large, which is more than 3 times again in a month, to manage that, you need to understand there is a whole lot of supply chain that needs to be brought in. We were using 30 only transport vehicles for the oxygen. Okay, so now we are using 90, 60 added within that. And now in order to look at the phase 3, if it comes through and it happens as being spoken in the circles, then we have already ordered, we have taken a global tender out so that we can buy more and keep it with ourselves. In that case, if we need more oxygen, all our oxygens, all our hospitals, more than 100 bed are now going to be, they'll have their own oxygen separators. Not only this, we have 822 community health center. That's for the rural belt. All of them are being provided. Some of them have been, some are in the process, but it's being done. That is, we are now giving them 20 each oxygen concentrators to all of them. The reason is, if it happens in the rural, the nearest thing is to take them to the community health center and give them a relief, and then from there to move them to L2 or L3 hospital. So,
right. So, but don't you think so? It's a little
which we are doing,
which is great. Coming now. But do you believe that you could have done this a little sooner? Isn't it coming too late?
Again, Aditi ji, we can be a part of criticism, and one can say, no, it was your responsibility and you should have done it. With all humility, I'll say, yes, it's, yes, there's no argument to it. There's always if, but at the end of the day, you do make certain calculations. Now, whether that calculation was not being told to us or we could not anticipate, I can't really say, but it was never the intent of the government not to do it.